What's up, everyone?
Lie many themes of the Byzantines. We should capture all we can before facing the brunt of the Byzantine army.
Okay, so here we are. I know that I mistitled the last part of Hastings as Battles of the Conquerors Part, and then Hastings Part 5. That's not how it's supposed to go. It was Battles of the Conquerors Part 5, Hastings Part 2. Now we're in Battles of the Conquerors Part 6, Manzikert Part 1, taking place in 1071, 5 years following Hastings. So this is the fourth scenario that will be taking on in the Battles of the Conquerors campaigns, or scenarios, making up a campaign. And so once we complete this one, we'll be halfway through. This is another pretty easy guy. I would say on a scale of 1 to 5, he would be a 2. In terms of difficulty, the previous 3 are definitely 1s. So we shouldn't have too many problems with it, but taking on a Byzantine army is always not the easiest thing, so hopefully we'll have an okay time with that. And getting into Cappadocia and even Galatia can be kind of tricky, but our 4 objectives: receive tributes from the theme. I really don't know what they're going at with that. With Galatia, I got a Bible reference there. We have to go to the town center, kind of like you have to do in the Promise and the Genghis Khan campaign. And then we have to defeat the Byzantine army, which is looming out here in the east. They'll send raids from time to time throughout the scenario. We have no villagers at the beginning. We just have our forces to start out with, so you're just going to have to get used to that and be kind of working on limited funds to get some tributes from the accumulative allies, or the allies you accumulate. You can't get gunpowder quite yet either, and that's about all I want to cover right now. So right away, I'm going to use my light cavalry and send them up north to Pisidia. I don't know if you pronounce the P. I don't really know how you do that, but I'm saying Pisidia for this scenario, for this walkthrough. And then I'll be heading to Galatia after I get an opportunity to construct. You want to get husbandry. That'll make it a little bit easier for your forces to get on throughout the scenario later on, runaways from some Byzantines and whatnot. And you're probably going to get hit. Oh, shoot. You're going to get hit right away from these guys. You can leave them alone or attract them. You can do whatever you want to them, basically. But you could possibly outrun them. That is if you get husbandry. I don't know if they have husbandry. Or, I don't think you can outrun them, but we're going to try and more than likely be able to get into Pisidia at least. In Pisidia, if they can't hold up to 2 cataphracts, then you shouldn't exist. Alright, so they're gone. And I believe you don't want to head up this way because you'll get blockaded by that gate. There's nothing, if you start attacking this gate of Pisidia, there's nothing that's really going to draw them out. So it's more important that you head north here. You're going to get hit. Look at that stone. I want some of that. I like me some stone. Cappadocia is going to be firing upon you with their watchtowers surrounding their city. Cappadocia is a weak city. Galatia is obviously the biggest in terms of militaristic threat. Not that they produce any units, but because of their defenses. They have 3 castles that you get to use later on. Pisidia is a joke. They probably, I don't know, Cappadocia and Pisidia, as far as economic terms, give you a good amount of the tribute. I feel like maybe it's just because Galatia gives you more militaristically. They allow you to get to the Imperial Age, so I don't really know statistically, though, who gives you more. So once you get to this gate, it's over here, and they should not have ballistics. I don't know if they do or not. They sent Byzantine sent some scouts, so don't worry if you see a guy. Alright, so this mangonel you want to be able to use for yourself. You want him to stay? No. You want to get him so he's coming through the gate. Get through. Alright, so we're lucking out. No, we're not. We're not lucking out. Alright, so this mangonel needs to help me out. Hopefully. Alright, so he's right there. Once you get him outside of the gate, you run closer. He's obviously going to run back with you back through the gate. So let's hopefully we can catch him. Alright, run this way. Run this way. Alright, we're just going to follow him. Try to get him to, freaking kidding me. Let's go! Let's go! Get in the gate. Alright, thank you. Alright, so Mangonel should not attack me because you're going to be my friend. I'm going to save you from the Byzantines. So this took too long. We're probably going to lose. Meh. I'll try to heal these light cavalry. This is all you have to do to get these allies on your side, which is nice.
Pisidia
Alright.
is now ours.
Alright, we don't have enough wood, apparently. So what you need to do is you need to sell, or buy, my bad, to get additional battering rams. And I'm going to sell a little bit more of my wood, get it up there, and then produce. Oh, do I need 5? Don't tell me I need 5 more. Alright, good, thank you. Alright, so we have just enough for 5 battering rams. These battering rams. Oh, you can go against Cappadocia. I would love that. These battering rams allow us to get into Galatia over here. Galatia has 2 castles there, so your battering rams will be able to hold up, hopefully. Alright, and we're going to send this. This will be a little dicey considering I'm actually going to leave them right here because the Byzantines will come with an assault a little bit later on. And I believe they still have their cataphracts somewhere in here in these ravines or whatever. Alright, so I'm not going to send this horde right quite yet because Byzantines will send a bigger force, and I believe that allows these cataphracts that are trailing along here in this ravine to also assault and then leave later on. So you can see that
We can capture this by destroying the towers protecting it. Then the villagers will produce gold for the Turks.
what we do want to do though is I'm probably going to need, you know what, I'm going to send all these light cavalry and we're going to send them all the way up here. And I'm actually going to make a run for it. I'm going to have to because I'm going to need these units later on and running up to the castles in Galatia, so I'm just going to send them up here. I could produce some more light cavalry if I do lose units, but hopefully that does not occur. Because once we take down the gate of Galatia, I'm actually going to scout that out just a little bit, try to get that cleared out, because there are a number of units outside Galatia's gates, that being not battering rams, scorpions, and various other things. And this is probably not a good idea to get these cataphracts following me, so I'm going to take a more roundabout route, try to get them lost somewhere. I'll get them lost here in a second, or get them to give up. You weakling cataphracts, give up! Why won't you give up? Do I sound French too? Do I sound Frankish? Alright, so they should be stopping their hunt here any second. Good. Alright, so we can... No! I want you to stop! I need you to stop. The nice thing, if you can... Oh crap, where are you sending your guys? Where are you going with these? Where are you going with this? I don't like this. I don't like the looks of this. Alright, so I did sneak in the back door. Wasn't planning on doing that, but I snuck in the back door with the rest of these guys. So, hopefully I can not... Well, I don't know where this cataphract's even going. But we want to wait for this brigade to leave the premises. And, if I can sneak these guys in here, those cataphracts should stop trailing me. Alright, we're going to sneak them in here, and I lucked out, obviously, there, getting these guys in the back door, and I'm going to leave these long swordsmen there for right now, I guess. Later on, what you can do is, alright, so they snuck in, and it looks like we're going to have a little clash here. Alright, we're going to have a clash of cataphracts and lowly camels. So, alright, so no, they're going to go for the watchtower right now. I can live with that. Alright, so we're just going to have to wait this out for right now. Pisidia goes down. It's not a great thing, but we would like to have a castle, and these battering rams I made a little prematurely, I guess. Alright, so I don't know where they're going, so just monitoring this. Sorry for the bad commentary here. Alright, so we're going to have to fight them. I did not want to do this, and I have no upgrades, obviously, so hopefully we can catch them off guard. Camels are more effective than the rest of their units against these cataphracts, and they're not elite cataphracts, they're just lowly cataphracts. Alright, so don't get too concerned. Alright, these guys will continue to get weakened, so we're just going to have these guard towers fight for as long as they can. Apparently they don't have murder holes, and we're getting tributes, which is nice of them. Alright, so we just want to defend these battering rams. That's our main concern. That's a main concern as well. Hopefully we lose cataphract in here too, and I can deal with this guard tower's loss over there. We just want to keep these guys bunched together. They're a livelihood for right now, and I don't know if you guys have a better strategy in dealing with this first assault. A lot of it has to do with decoying and knowing where to go and what timing to have, but I don't have a better idea than to use the strategy that I'm using currently right now. So hopefully we can draw some of the attention.
Those cataphracts pack quite a punch. Better to fire and retreat than face them toe-to-toe.
Alright, so we're taking out a good chunk of them right now. They look like they would be pretty menacing as a group. So I'm going to try my best to use these guard towers to help me out and get these guys while they're not really in the midst of fighting, in the fighting mood exactly, per se. Alright, so those spearmen I'm kind of concerned about. I can deal with the long swordsmen. I got two guys here, one stagnant, one not. Chop this guy down. And we're getting them bottlenecked here, so that's a good thing. That should go down here. Am we getting monk crap? Son of a pimp. Alright, get that monk out of here. You stupid monk! Always gotta crash the party. Alright, so they're just raiding in right now. I'm gonna have to get a reinforcement of light cavalry, most likely. And I'm kind of concerned about these spearmen, to say the least. I know I'm scared of spearmen, but I'm actually scared of them more than the cataphracts right now, the way the cataphracts are going down. I don't know if that's irrational or not. And why can't I control my allies? I need them to take down these monks. Battering rams are kind of your least concerned right now at this point, but because they're garrisoned, I believe... Alright, so get rid of these guys. Get rid of these monks. Get rid of the monks. Get rid of the monks. Thank you for chopping them down. Alright, so we do have Galatia to worry about still, because they have quite an army, and this is going to help us right now, that we got rid of those guys. Alright, so we're going to try to pump out as many... You know what, I'm going to go with the other option. I'm going to produce some of these knights instead. Give me a little bit more girth. I could go with the camels, but I want girth, right? Actually, that's kind of irrational. Gotta make up my mind here. I'm gonna go with the camels, just because they have the same amount of hit points, and they're much cheaper in terms of gold and food. So that'll allow me to run up, give me a little bit more hope in getting my units to Galatia's town center. Once you get to Galatia's town center, I would say the scenario's almost in the bag for you. It would be nice if I could heal these units up in any way, shape, or form, but I don't believe I can, and I don't know where this rally point is either. That's a very risky rally point to have right there, so I'm just going to bring everyone back. And Pisidia, I would appreciate it very much so if you were to build a wall somewhere. You realize what did happen. I mean, that worked out well, bottlenecking them and all, but it wasn't what I wanted to occur. So I'm just going to leave these long swords. I'm going to bring them. They'll probably get killed, actually, so I'm just going to leave. I don't want them to get shot down by these watchtowers. And the thing about Galatia, they have a lot of scorpions. You can obviously see the castles right here. You can see why that'll be pretty difficult to breach. You can obviously put some infantry in them, make them a little bit quicker. And we obviously have no other siege. And this is your best bet, is obviously you understand that arrows do decimate an army of mangonels quicker than you would think, considering arrows and wood aren't the best option, best combo. So you want to leave these guys behind the scenes. I'm going to scout out another. I'm going to produce another light cavalry after these 6 camels are completed, so I can scout out here, see if there's any men-at-arms left over, because there will be men-at-arms over here. And obviously those guys can chop down right through the wood of your battering rams, so you don't want to have that happen. The nice thing, this is our Saracens only unit, so they have obviously militaristic unit, so they have these 2 villagers that you can exploit once you do take down the 4 towers, which are just lowly watchtowers. Then you can convert these guys with the monastery you would get in Galatia, and then you'll be on your way to fighting Byzantines, because at that point you probably have Cappadocia all taken care of with siege units and whatnot, petards, and trebuchets that you will be able to create once you get to the Imperial Age through Galatia's generosity. So we're just going to chill here for right now in the middle of Byzantine's army getting prepared for the next assault, and just getting my own troops aligned and whatnot. So I'm actually going to I'm leaving them right here for right now just because it'll be a little bit easier to get to the town if I do get assaulted for whatever reason. But I'm going to change the rally point once this final camel is done, so I can just send a scout cavalry over to scout out some more of the place. Alright, sorry about that quick cut there. I got interrupted. That's why there was a weird blip in your editing your screen right there for a second. So anyways, I'm just going to scout out real quick here with a couple light cavalry. Once this final camel is complete, those light cavalry will tell me whether or not there's some more men-at-arms right outside of Galatia. And then I'm going to sneak into with my battering rams. Not really sneak. Penetrate this wall. You're going to want to spend all of your time attacking this gate. Don't go for a single wall, although it may have less hit points. It's harder to get all of your battering rams centralized on one part of wall, so you'll end up taking more time away from yourself than you'll be gaining. And once we get Galatia, this scenario is ours, because I'm just going to hole up behind Galatia, take out the Saracens' towers, and then build up my own forces, and then Cappadocia will come sometime later on. So Pisidia is still helping me out. Once again, I don't know if that's exactly how you say it. So we're going to hustle in here, just get a good idea of what is ahead of us. Alright, come on, let's see. Okay, so they still have men-at-arms and whatnot. You know, I'm going to send them all the way down here. I'm going to try to pull Huskarl like I did in Hastings. Try to get him to come off a little bit to over here. That'll keep them away from the gates, obviously. Come on. You know, you want to come for this light cavalry. Oh, we got two. We got two. And if we can even get a Pisidian watchtower in on the mix, it'll be even better. So I'm just actually going to run away now. Who cares if I get these guys killed? I'm just going to send them in to get killed now. They're out of the way enough. Okay, so beautiful. Alright, I'm going to send my battering rams now. This is going to be not a risky operation, but a very intricate operation. I would like to have a monk. Like I said before, it would be nice. And I have 2.5 minutes in this part, so do I want to start assaulting this gate in this part? I think I do. I'm not going to leave you on a cliffhanger. I've done that enough times. And if I can even get over there, you know, that would mean I wouldn't leave you on a cliffhanger. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over there. And I do have a bunch of camels. It will help me out later on if I'm taking down cataphracts and whatnot. And it'll be a little bit more beneficial if I do get in a little run-in with Cappadocia real quick, because they have a couple camels, not too many, but they do have a couple, so just in case. Galatia just has those men-at-arms. They have a couple of monks, so just be a little bit wary of that as you send your town center capturing group out over there. And this guy won't bother you too much. So try to take a direct route from around here straight on to the gate. You don't want to take a side route because, as you know, the castle will have more time to fire upon you. And I only have about 1.5 minutes left. So just bear with me here. Alright, so come on. Maybe I'll just stop once I get to this point. But we'll see how things go. I could eat that stone for breakfast. Then that'd be good. But they'll be mine soon. Not you, though. So we're just going to slowly lumber. That's kind of close. Kind of close. Cutting it close there, battering rams. I don't know where you're getting an idea of where you're going, but it's not that way. It's not that way, I guarantee you. Alright, so, yeah, I've got about 1 minute left. Got about 1 minute left. The YouTube fans are getting anxious. They're getting anxious. They want to see this. And believe me, it should go successfully. So, he's just a lowly scout cavalry. He will not be hurting us. And battering rams are just about in position to go on head on. So, actually, once they make it to the edge of this, the shroud, I'm going to call it a day. So, this is part 1 of Manzikert, part 6 overall on the Battles of the Conquerors. I'll see you guys in part 2, taking down Galatia's walls and claiming them as an ally.